Stand here today in representation of our constitutional right of freedom of speech and freedom of protest. Today is so-called President's Day, but we don't take honor in this day because this nation and this flag does not represent our people. Our people have been victimized. Our people have been killed by the police. Our people have fell victim to high imprisonment and false imprisonment. Our people have been victimized in over-sexualization of our women. And we take a stand against this flag that we're supposed to pledge our allegiance to, but we burn it today. We burn it for all the lives that was lost of our forefathers and our foremothers when they came across on them slave ships. We burn it in representation and in love of our people, to stand up for our people, because this flag does not represent us as a people. We burn it for all our Latino brothers and sisters that have been victimized and raped and done wrong by this so-called nation, this hypocritical nation. This nation that is built off of hypocrisy, because this nation is supposed to stand for freedom and justice and equality, but all we have is imprisonment, we have abuse, and we have been given murder and fed lies. So today we take time to honor our people, from the Trayvon Martins all the way to the Emmett Tills and the Sandra Blands and the Corey Gaines, to burn this flag for our brothers and sisters. This is for our brothers and sisters. We could care less about this flag. That's how we feel about your flag, America.
All right, the title of this video is going to be Open Rebuke on Carnal Flag Burners, Believers of the Way. All praise to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopefully elect brothers and sisters out there gathering faith for a treasure. So you saw in the opening a video here from these guys, Believers of the Way. I believe the title of the video is We Burn the American Flag, or something like that. Anyway, this very suspicious, very suspect, very foolish, to be frank, to be honest. You know, and you hear these guys going on their rant or whatever and talking about this is they're showing their lack of support. And these are my words I'm using here. He didn't say it like that, right? But they're saying that this is they're demonstrating that they don't support Babylon the Great. Okay, I get it. Or that they're upset at the treatment of our people. Well, why all of a sudden you just decide to just do this one day? Like what's the point? What's the point of just deciding to do this one day? I mean, you already, if you're saying that you're protesting, you're already protesting by reading the scriptures, by teaching the word, teaching our people that they're Israelites. Like, why do you need to do this? This is just another stupid, foolish, carnal, goofy, clumsy, clunky, look at me gimmick. That's all this really is, man. And really, in reality, this is a bad idea. It's a bad look. It's a negative image. The Lord sent the prophets to just teach the word. That's all we're supposed to be doing, just teaching and preaching. When you start doing stuff like this, and this is not likened to the burn the white Jesus image, because that really is just some fictional. You burning the image, okay, but then when you go this far and you do this, this puts you in the mind of some, then you see the combat boots, the military attire, little ass fringes or whatever. Jake is just desperate for attention, man. There's really no reason to have done this, other than you want to attract attention to yourself. And you're doing that, but in the process, you're also attracting negative attention to the truth as a whole. It's very unwise. And when I saw it, I have to admit, my temper went through the roof. In my mind, I didn't, do anything outwardly. It burns you to the core, because these stupid Israelites, they're so busy trying to be noticed and recognized that their foolish intentions really are just going to get, all kind of other brothers blamed. It's like they don't care enough about the truth, to keep it from, it looks almost intentional when I think that's the thing that infuriates me the most, because the Most High sent for teachers and preachers to be cerebral men. This is some carnal, brutish, heavy-handed bull in a china shop stupid shit. That's what this is. A fucking gimmick. You know, it's very brutish. Let's read a few scriptures here. And what I'm about to read, I'm not going to read anything deep. This is all basic stuff. That's why it's so damn, you know, anger inducing, because this is basic stuff. Romans 8, verse 5. It says, for they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the spirit, the things of the spirit. Spiritual things is teaching the word of the Lord. You know, breaking the scriptures down properly. Edifying. Not doing stuff like this. This is a carnal thing. That's some carnal shit. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High, for it is not subject to the law of the Most High, neither indeed can be. So then, they that are in the flesh cannot please the Most High. And this right here, you hear these jakes going on and mentioning these past victims of police brutality and things that have been done in this country. You are Israelite, or us as Israelites. I won't say them, because obviously they're on a low level, mentally, low IQ. You know, all of that. Low spiritual IQ and low literal IQ, really. You know? So us as Israelites supposed to be on a higher level than this. You understand the reason wherefore we came over here in captivity and all the things that have happened unto us. Does not Psalm 17 and 13 say that the wicked is the Most High's sword? But then you go and turn around, you know, trying to unite or assert yourselves as some type of leaders, you know, some revolutionaries and shit, and you go and lump all of us together in the same class with Trayvon Martin and Sandra Bland and Emmett Till and all these different people. Trayvon Martin was not our brother. Sandra Bland was not our sister. While they may have been Israelites in the flesh, according to the spirit, they wasn't of the elect. They were just niggas, man. They were just instruments of the Most High's, you know, judgment for us to learn by. But when you go and start talking about them and you going to burn the flag, you know, as a protest for all that, man, get real, man. Grow the hell up, Jake. You different guys out there, man. But this is why the apostles say, and all the brothers, and we agree, that we are not to align ourselves with any of these Israelites. Just for the record, you know, GMS, we condemn all this type of stuff. Anything physical, anything carnal, we condemn that. Bringing weapons to camp, burning flags, you know, elaborate displays in which we going back and forth with Christians and cops and all that. Nope, not gonna do it. We just gonna preach the word and then we going home, man. All this kind of stuff. But see, when your ministry is lacking, when your doctrine is deficient, then all the gimmicks come out. This is nothing more than a gimmick. 3 minutes and 29 seconds or whatever it was of a stupid gimmick. Like, what does this do? This doesn't edify anybody. It doesn't build anybody up. Then you stupid people on the comment board, this is so powerful. Powerful for what? How does this give you power? How does this empower you? And like the elder brother Michael Allah from GMS Dallas said, okay, if you do this, what next? And then Elder Yashawama said they're going to take their ass to work. See, you do all this talk about protesting, Jake, but then you go right to work and say yes, sir, no, sir. Take your 15-minute break. You know, eat your cheese sandwich and drink your tea like Bernie Mac said, and you take your ass back to work. You do all of this, and you got a lot of stupid Israelites that you have to lead by example. They're very fickle. They'll see you do this, then they want to do something to top it. Next thing you know, you're going to be standing out in the public square burning the flag. You're going to fuck around, Jake, and you're going to get your issue. Sooner or later, you mark our words, and hey, believe me, pretty soon, you're going to be standing toe-to-toe with these damn devils, man. Constantly want to do something. This is Matthew chapter 10, verse 16. It says, behold, I send you forth. That's the first part. The Most High sent us forth. When did you ever see Yahushua? You ain't never heard of him burning a Roman flag. You never heard of him doing any revolutionary acts other than teaching the word, which they define that as revolutionary, but it's not. I mean, it is. You know, in all truthfulness, it is revolutionary, but that's the only thing that we were able to do. The Lord sent us forth. We didn't send ourselves forth. You can't act like the ministry belongs to you. And this is very selfish, by the way, because you're not thinking about the other brothers out there who teach the word, who go out there And the Christians will jump all over this and just see, look at it, burn the flag up. It's very stupid. This is foolish. You fall into the hands of the enemy when you start trying to do all these elaborate displays. And really, it looks very agent-like. I don't say every Jake is an agent, because I know that a lot of you just goddamn stupid. I know the stupidity of black people in America, but this right here, it's very agent-like. When you add it all up together with the timing of it, what just recently happened, and just out of the blue. This is out of the blue. Like, all you wake up one day, you know what we're going to do? We're going to burn the American flag. How dumb. How dumb. No wonder you don't know what the mark of the beast is. We knew the reason why you didn't know, because you don't have the spirit. Believers of the way are not men of the Lord. They're not to be admired. They're not to be followed. And if you follow them, you can just fuck off and kick rocks. We don't want nothing to do with you, man. These guys on a low level. You know, now I stop short of saying, I hope they get I hope they get destroyed. I learned my lesson by that. But this right here, you putting yourself in a place where I don't hope good things for you. But at the end of the day, I'm not the Most High. If you don't repent, may you be destroyed. I'll say it that way. Matthew 10:16, behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. You got to be thinking on your feet. You got to be smart. You got to be calculated. You got to be cunning. Be a serpent in righteousness. Don't make stupid moves. You know, don't do foolish things. What you even doing with a cigarette lighter, man? Do you smoke? I tell you, boy, I was real angry, but you know, just chatting with a few brothers and laughing it off, I'm able to channel the anger, and Lord willing, you get something out of this. You brothers and sisters out there, we know that y'all just woke up, a lot of you, and you don't know what to do. You may be frustrated by our plight or our reality here in Babylon the Great, but guess what? That also is the beauty of it when you learn. The fact that you learn your Israelites and exercising patience and you're waiting, that's the beautiful part of it, because you know that there's an end goal. There's a lot of power in being able to whoop somebody's ass and not do it because the Lord said not to, that you should not retaliate. That's beautiful. That shows real strength, real restraint, and spirituality coming from the Lord. You do the things that you can do other than what you want to do. And these other groups, they don't exercise that. They exercise foolishness. They exercise, really, they're black. Them two dudes is black, man. They're black men. The Lord told you, be wise as serpents, harmless as doves. This is now 2 Corinthians chapter 6. I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, we then as workers together with him beseech you also that you receive not the grace of the Most High in vain. We are under grace. Don't receive it in vain. Don't make it of none effect by your foolishness. Don't make the ministry be blamed. For he saith, I have heard thee in a time accepted. In the day of salvation have I succored thee. Behold, now is the accepted time. Behold, now is the day of salvation. Listen, giving no offense in anything, that the ministry be not blamed. You don't want to get the ministry blamed. You could be, Esau takes stuff like this and they just doctor it up and they, do whatever. You shouldn't even. This is not only is it stupid, it's foolish, it's weird, man. It's clumsy. When you run out of things, see, you mean to tell me, and then it got the sign behind them that says end. Notice that. The sign back there saying ends, you see? And this dude fancies himself as some type of leader. You ain't no leader, man. You're going to lead people into death. That's what you're going to lead them to. Now, like, brothers been saying, and some brothers feel like it, I do too. This dude could be, which I'm leaning toward that he is, some type of a plant. One thing that's always going to stick out about these plants and these infiltrators is that they're not going to have the spirit. They're not going to understand the scriptures. They're going to be very carnal, because that's the way of Esau, Edom. That's the way of the devil, carnality. Another guy that comes to mind is that damn Chief Ephraim. This is like that kind of shit. Israelites are so ready to do something until it's time to do something, then you ain't going to want to do something. You're going to be scared then. Giving no offense in anything, that the ministry be not blamed, but in all things approving ourselves as the ministers of the Most High, in much patience, in afflictions, in necessities, in distresses, in stripes, in imprisonments, in tumults. And the imprisonments is not you making yourself get locked up. in tumults and labors and watchings and fastings, by pureness, by knowledge, by long suffering, by kindness, by the Holy Spirit, by love unfeigned, by the word of truth, by the power of the Most High, by the armor of righteousness on the right hand and on the left, by honor and dishonor, by evil report and good report, as deceivers and yet true. And you can keep reading on it that way, but I'm going to stop it right there. The point being, give no offense in anything, that the ministry be not blamed. And the rest, you got to go through a lot of stuff. Sure, you're going to go through a lot of things. But you trying to invoke those names of those people that got judgment from the Lord, George Floyd and all of that. In every one of them situations, there was fault to be had on their side. They wasn't innocent. You acting like they was innocent. Sandra Bland wasn't innocent. Trayvon Martin wasn't innocent. They was doing foolish, stupid shit. George Floyd, all of it. Every one of them situations, something could have been done different to avert their disaster. But guess what? That was judgment from the Lord. That was judgment from the Lord. 1 Thessalonians 5:14. Now we exhort you, brethren, warn them that are unruly. This is unruly, and you're receiving a warning. It's going to fall on deaf ears, because this dude, he's very proud and self-willed. This guy, Ratazan, or whatever his name is, he's very proud, man. Somebody that fucking stupid shouldn't be that proud. And that's me saying it, you know. Now we exhort you, brethren, warn them that are unruly, comfort the feeble-minded, support the weak, be patient toward all men, see that none render evil for evil unto any man, but ever follow that which is good, both among yourselves and to all men. Can you imagine any of the apostles, any of the bishops, right? I'm talking about from the past, the prophets, any of them burning a flag, doing some elaborate display of revolutionary activity in the public square? You ain't never heard of that. The prophets of the Lord doing that. Rejoice evermore. Pray without ceasing. In everything, give thanks, for this is the will of the Most High in Hamashiach Yahushua concerning you. Quench not the spirit, despise not prophesying, prove all things, hold fast that which is good. Here's the key. Abstain from all appearance of evil. You have to abstain from all appearance of evil. You don't want to be perceived as evil, you know. And you've seen them nations from across the world, the Middle East and all that. You see them burning the American flag. Now, at the end of the day, we ain't all down with America. We preach the destruction of Babylon the Great, but we're doing it from a biblical standpoint. We ain't gonna stand there and burn no damn flag, do all of that. Only a fool will burn the flag in the country where you gotta live in. You gotta be here every day working, you know. Then your dumb ass, you know, you need something, you gotta go to the courthouse or wherever you gotta go. Why would you do that? Stupid combat boots on. This is fucking foolishness, man. Abstain from all appearance of evil. What do the translations say? NLT, stay away from every kind of evil. NIV, reject every kind of evil. You know, you don't want to look like the people of the world. And that's some worldly shit, man. Looking like, you know, a terrorist. That's very foolish, man. To have an image of an Israelite doing this manner of thing, it's beyond foolish. I'm going to leave it right there, man. I wind up saying something that I might regret. So learn from this stupid ass decision from these guys right here. And I know the Israelite community, who, like, you know, we don't care anyway. They're going to have backlash because they're going, you taking your brothers. They ain't our brothers. These are fucking morons right here. Anyway, all praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua. Shalom.